It
Yeah,
went
we
one.
is.
Countdown happened.
Yeah.
Okay. We are live. Here we go. Stone and
Go.
Bone. We got DT in the house with us today.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
you tapping in with us, DT.
Anytime. Anytime. Anytime.
So
Anytime.
yeah, man. We was kind of chopping it up, man. The solid 100 and how it's it looks like it's taking it it's putting our path is making our path a lot clearer as far as what we doing with our platform. And it's some solid man, and not a cliche, but it's some solid individuals that are really tapping in with us and really helping us put our do things with our platform.
Right.
So I was just telling y'all on this one, y'all gonna see me probably leave and then come back with a different background each time. But
Yeah.
yeah, the next one, man, you gotta make it, bro. You gotta make it,
I'm
bro.
definitely gonna make it. If I would have knew about this one, like I said, I was in Arizona, so I couldn't make it. But me and Chris, like I've been dealing with Chris for a long time. So, All-Star games back in the day, the Cali Classic. I
Oh,
was
you
involved
right.
with
Yeah,
that.
you right. You
You know
right.
what I
Oh
mean? I was
wow.
involved with that. So I already know what he do. You know what I mean? So, and I got the text message from Gwen, but I had already was going out of town. But I'm definitely gonna be involved in every way I can be to that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I know what C Rich do. You know what I mean?
Man,
So
it's a beautiful thing, man.
yeah, man,
Shout out to Coach Richards. Shout out to Coach Richards.
Shout out
absolutely,
Chris and the vision, the solid 100, man, and letting us be a part of that vision to
absolutely.
bring what you trying to do into fruition, man. We with you, man. All 10 toes down, for real, for real. Um,
Yeah, yeah, man. Because collaboration is necessary, man. You know, you no one. What I've learned over the years is, so to speak to Chris, even with the All-Star game, when I did my All-Star game, like I learned so much from him. Just dealing when I came over from college, they reached out and I coached the Corner Wildcats. That's how I met Milton and CJ Gable and all them at that
oh
time,
wow,
right?
wow.
And I've been dealing with Milton since then. Like Milton grown man now, but I've been dealing with Milton since he was 6. DeAndre Goodwin, you know what I mean? Deskin's son. I mean, obviously, Deskin, his family. So many others, man. So Chris been on his path for a long time,
Hmm.
and he done crystallized it now. You know what I mean? To where
Hey,
you get what I'm saying. So
I get what you said on a
I
whole
respect
deeper
that.
level.
Yeah. So he done crystallized what he do, what his passion is, and his business acumen. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So
look,
yeah.
a
So
lot
I
of
know.
people, a lot of people don't know, man. Back in this had to be 2000, at least 2010. I'm gonna say, man. I had started a 7-on-7.
Okay.
I had my own little group, and of course, Stone. So I called it the Chisels. We was the Chisels,
Okay.
and Chris was coaching at Sylmar High School at this time.
I remember.
So
Yeah.
I had an eighth grade group that was gonna be going into high school. So
Mhm.
Chris used to let me bring my eighth graders up there, and we would go 7-on-7 against his JV squad at Sylmar High School.
Oh
What?
And
Never.
that's how he used to let me come up there with my kids, man, and we and hey, that was fly. He
No.
didn't have to do that, man, and that,
No.
that was cool. That
No,
was real
man.
cool, man.
So I would consider him a mentor. Like I've learned a lot in dealing with him, and then uh, like going up to Silmar when he was at Silmar. So our alumni base is what he is. So he a Tiger, obviously, right? But he went to Silmar and did his thing. He was there, I believe. I want to say when Jameer and them was there, right?
He
Jameer.
was there. It was CJ Williams, Clarence.
Oh, so that was Jameer, CJ, Devon
Yeah,
Parks,
yeah.
all them. So I remember when they
Man,
played San Fernando at Sylmar, we was on the sideline, our alumni base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think I've been to a game since then. You know what I mean? And
Right.
oh
and
wow.
and as of late, not late, but like maybe 3 years ago, I would say. I forget who the coach was. They reached out to me about coaching. I don't want to head coach no high school. Right?
Mm.
For one, I don't have the time. I can get the people to help me, right? But the LA Unified is not enough support. Simple as that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, for
Yeah.
instance, if we that's the school I went to. Like I respect San Fernando because most of my best friends was Tigers. You know what I mean? I just happen to be a Spartan, and I stand on the table. I argue about that for the rest of my life.
Oh,
No
that's right.
problem, right? But
Hey.
my brothers, my partners that I love to death, and a lot of my friends are Tigers. So, um, Sylmar dropped the ball. I think San Fernando dropped the ball
Mm.
and not acknowledging in the heyday, right? So you got Birmingham that's still effective, right? Birmingham is still they got better resources than San Fernando Sylmar,
Right.
right? And we
They're a
all
charter
know,
school.
yeah, both San Fernando's Sylmar is a charter school now. I'm not sure about San Fernando,
Oh, Sylmar
but
charter now
it's a
too.
charter now.
Okay.
Everybody should be a charter because then you get away from the LA Unified politics, right?
Explain. Can you explain the
Yeah.
difference so
You
Because
people
know,
don't
yeah.
know?
Don't say that's a
because when
great
you
question.
so what you gonna say, Song? Say
No, I was saying I was just giving Bone his props. That's a great question right there.
all right. So you go private schools. Just say Sierra Canyon, Chaminade, Alamany. So
Uh,
they got an alumni base that maybe went to the league or maybe got successful in business. They can say, "Hey, Bone Stone, you the head coach at Alamany now, right? Hey, DT, I played at University of Washington, played for the Redskins 4 or 5 years, whatever. I want to donate 100,000, 50,000 to the program directly to the football. I can do that.
Mm.
But
um,
when you go to Sylmar, San Fernando, because they under the LA Unified, you can't directly So if I give 50,000 to them, I got to give it to the district, and
oh
then they
wow.
and then
That's
they put
effed
it,
up.
yeah, and then they put it where it's needed, right? So who knows what comes to your actual high school, right? If you decide
Right.
to build it, I want to build a weight room. You can't,
Okay.
right?
They might go buy instruments for the band or something. Yeah. I got
Right.
you.
Look at
I
San
got
Fernando weight room. Look at Sylmar weight room. That shit still look like the 90s.
you. Mm.
Right? Look at the field. You still got the same dirt in the middle of Sylmar Field that was there in 90 when I was there. It's still there. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Birmingham always played the game a little different. That they got a better stadium. Same with El Camino, same with Taft, right? But the collect the thing that connects them all is Taft is in where? Woodland Hills.
Woodland Hills. Yeah.
El Camino is in where?
What the hell?
Yeah,
Right.
Woodland Hills or no,
Yeah.
yeah, is it Woodland Hills?
Well, pretty much Woodland Hills.
Yeah, West Hill, Calabasas, damn near like right
Yeah.
on the border. Yeah,
They
yeah.
them people in that community that got $1 million homes ain't they
So
ain't
Oaks
they,
Christian too. That's a charter school.
no, as Oak
Right.
Cliff is
Private.
private.
Okay. Okay.
But what I'm
Okay.
saying is those two schools, they gonna have resources. Their kids they feel like we pay all these home taxes. Our school, we don't have to go to private. We should be able to go to our public schools. And for instance, I live in Valencia, right? Santa Clarita. It ain't a
Right.
bad public school out here. You know what I mean? They don't have no public private schools in Valencia, Santa Clarita. All they public schools is upper, you know what I mean, educational wise,
Right.
right? Because they
Right.
have resources. These people paying these property taxes on they whatever they homes cost, and that the property taxes fund the schools, right?
Right.
So that's so again, so So it goes to Sylmar, Kennedy, San Fernando, all 15 minutes apart. Right?
Right.
That we would consider that. That's all of that is kind of the you get to Kennedy is you Kennedy tapping into that middle class area, right?
Right.
But not Fernando and not Sylmar, right? But to a degree, they are. Sylmar is people that got nice homes, and you go to the back of Sylmar, you go to
Man,
the
it's some real nice homes.
right.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
people that got ranches, and
yeah. Hell yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, the motherfucker that started what's the market? What's the Mexican market? Stone
Vallarta?
Vallarta.
Vallarta. So that chick, I ain't gonna speak on it like that, but she went to Sylmar with me, if I'm not mistaken. Right? It was a little store that was a meat market. You know them little small meat markets
Yeah.
Terceras and all that. Yeah.
turned
Little me
into
market.
Vallarta.
Damn.
Right? So end of the day, man. So they neglected our communities on purpose, right? So why they didn't feed us, right? So you know what I mean? Why they didn't feed our communities, our schools that didn't put out all these great people, not just athletes, just great people in general. You know what I mean? They don't acknowledge none of that stuff. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, my high school, I'm in a little Sylmar group where alumni and different people, and I ain't coming to no games if unless y'all acknowledge the people that built this foundation.
Hmm.
Whatever you feel about Engelman, them championships Sylmar got, all them kids that went to college over that 10-year stretch, they come up under him. That
That's
stadium,
Mm.
ain't no way that stadium shouldn't be named after him. Arleta, when he went to Arleta did it. He was only there, what, 3 years maybe.
Damn.
Arleta named the stadium after Engelman.
That scoreboard say Jeff Engelman Stadium.
Wow, I
That's
didn't know
right.
that.
But
But
Sylmar not
still
gonna do it.
Mars, but still Mars don't. That's
No. He done did way more at Sylmar than he did at Arleta. He
heck.
went to Arleta because of Miss Ambro, RAD, left Sylmar, went there,
So,
started that school.
so
As,
DT, what's the difference between the private, the charter, and the public though? Like, how do the charter get to handle the money different than how the
what
public do?
what the charter got a little more freedom. You know what I mean? Because so LA Unified got a whole lot of rules and regulations.
Right.
Everybody got rules and regulations, but as far as things you can do, as far as getting kids in, you got your open enrollment, you got different things, right?
Mm,
LA Unified is real scripted, been like that. They still subscribe to the '80s mantra, right?
right.
They don't adjust. This is how we do it. At their own, that's why they suffer, right?
So,
That's why Dorsey not good no more. That's
man,
why Crenshaw not good no more.
hey,
Everybody outsourcing their kids, right? I want my kid to get a quality education. You can't blame the parent, right? No matter where we grew up at, I don't. My son is in Santa Clarita. What
yeah,
what I want my son, I ain't never gang bang or nothing like that. But I've been in that. That's been my environment for a long time in my life, right?
mm-hmm.
So, why would I want my? I done seen at 16, he ain't seen half the shit that I seen. Walking to the gas station, you
Right,
know what I mean, or
yeah,
or
yeah.
walking to go get a burger from Burger King on Glen Oaks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm thankful though. I I got to figure out a way to get him. I had to figure out how to get him some grit to him outside of that, right? Because
Yeah,
we get grit from having to walk through that, right? Even
that's
if I didn't bang, I never bang, but I, I still my sword was sharpened because of who I was around.
environment. Yeah, just being a product of the environment. Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So I'm from that environment. Whether I went full throttle this way or that way, that's my environment. That's my people. That's who I grew up with all my life, a big chunk of my life. So I say that to say, so it's differences, bro. Like it's differences with the education, it's differences with the resources. Our kids don't get the resources.
and an example of the suffrage. My son, I got a son that goes to SOSIS, Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies.
Next to
Their,
Birmingham.
their basketball team beat Manual Arts.
Right. Crazy.
I never thought I would hear nothing crazy like that.
Man, yours was a power back in the day.
I said, what? He said, y'all beat. He said, yeah, we beat Manual Arts. I said, what? You
Yeah.
gotta be kidding.
Yeah. But these other schools is plucking. Even in LA, they plucking them and pulling them to Orange County, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where the
wow.
resources are.
They all at Bosco and Mater Day now, huh?
You think they good because of the neighborhood kids in Orange County? You know what I mean?
Man.
No, the neighborhood got resources, right? They got people that got real estate companies that own houses, right? So they put that host family in that house. And then, boom, you send your kid talented out there to Matter Day, right? He go live with the host family, go to Matter Day, come
Yeah.
on the weekends or something, right?
Yeah. So it
So
be.
if I'm in a position of being in, say me, I'm in a position where my life is still a little bit tough, right? But my son is talented. My son got good grades. You're not gonna make your son suffer. Let me try to put him in the best position to get him out of
Better
here,
than where I was at.
right?
Yeah.
You meet a family. Hey, we want your son over here. We got this X. We got all these things in place. You're gonna entertain that. You and wife, you're gonna entertain that. All right. My son gonna be safe. My son gonna be fed. My son gonna be he come on whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
You gonna entertain that because it's an opportunity for your boy or your shit. Even your daughter, if she play volleyball or something, right? She plays softball. She
True. Yeah.
right. So that's how it goes. So these private schools, it's business. This is all this is what I want. This is how I feel about this country, about everything we deal with. Everything. This is what I want us as a people to understand. It's all business, and we need to approach it like that. We need to quit approaching it emotionally, right? It ain't
Yeah.
always gonna feel. Business don't always feel good, right?
Yes, sir.
But you still
And
got to do
don't.
the business. You know what I mean? Somebody that was your partner, your supervisor, your manager. That fuck. I don't want to write him up, right?
That's it. But you got to.
I got to
And
do the
got
business, right?
come on.
So we got to understand that our country is what it is, man. It's a capitalistic society, so they move by the money. You know what I mean? So the best thing we can do is understand that. That don't mean we become victims of that, but we got to understand that that's how this country moves, right? And
Uh-huh.
no matter what we protest, do you got to do business?
Indeed.
You
Indeed.
you just have to, man, and that's my mentality, and that's me. You know what I mean? And um, so I feel like my failures is what God put me in a position to do to help. The influence that I needed, right? That would have sharpened my skills at 15, 16, 17 years old. Um, I'm gonna sharpen the kids I deal with.
As you should. So
You know what
now,
I mean?
in that vein, you just made it clear we live in a capitalistic society.
Most definitely.
Right now, that point is so necessary for people to understand because
Mhm.
it was people when they was talking about cutting off SNAP, it was people in our community they was shaking
Right?
in their boots, man. They was shook.
Yeah,
Some people was talking about going out and stealing and all kind of stuff.
yeah,
Our system is not designed for somebody to be getting money from the government. You are supposed to have some type of skill or go work for somebody to where you are making your own income and
mhm,
not have to rely on nothing from the government. That's the way this system is set up.
yep.
For some reason, it seems like a lot of our people do not get that point. They don't understand that we're in a capitalistic, we're under a capitalistic system.
They view that as evil, right? Everybody trying to make money, whether you're making 1 million or you're making 100, right? Everybody trying to feed their family, pay their bills, put a roof over their head, take care of their kids, different things, right? Some people do it at a higher level than others, right?
Mm.
And then that escalates to, you know, to the people when you get to the political realm. Now you're talking about the millionaires, the billionaires, right? They are who they are. They are not on it. They're never going to be associated with the masses. They're
Hmm.
not. That's why they say the 1%, right? So that means 99% don't understand what they got. You know what I mean? The influence, the power, the political power, the ability to make shit move. They can make shit move. And our politicians, I don't give a shit if you Democrats or you Republicans. Think about it. All the years of your life, we all about the same age, right? All the years of your life, the hood always been what the hood was, no matter
Yes,
who
sir.
was president, right?
Yep.
No matter who is in
So
office.
why are we so in line with one faction of that? What the fuck have they did? What have they done, right? That changed circumstances for you.
You, you know something I realized that tripped me out? There's never been like no black congressman or nothing that represented Pacoima. Even when Pacoima was like 80% black,
Black.
why didn't we have no representation of the community when
You
it
tell
was
me
when it was like that? I was like,
why.
there was never a black congressman or nothing from Pacoima.
Man, listen. I'm gonna say this. Like, where you was born in Pacoima?
Yes.
Born you too?
Burbank. Still born and
The
raised in
Valley,
Pacoima,
right?
so I'm
Yeah,
Pacoima, point
yeah.
blank.
I mean,
So
I'm
I
born
was
Pacoima.
born.
at
I
Memorial.
was born on 78 in Hoover, right?
Okay.
I moved to 94th and Avalon when my mom and dad. When my mom and dad divorced, my mom was y'all know. I think some of y'all. I know Bone. I know you do. My brother Sonny, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know
Right.
Sonny.
Sonny was moving around out here in high school, right? Get
Okay.
the busing, right? But we never lived. My auntie Duro and Calvin McGregor moved on Desmond.
Okay.
That's how I know Deskin.
Okay. Damn.
Young
Okay.
age. Deskin was with my cousin Sean back in the day, right?
Okay.
When I was a baby, when I was 7, 6, whatever, right? So I started coming out here. Mama, I was catching the bus on 90, I can't remember, I want 98th or something in Avalon, going to Broadest, dog. I mean, at
Wow.
the time it was Fillmore. It wasn't Broadest. I'm sorry.
Right.
Now let me ask you something. When you was going, was the gang shit, was that shit around you then when you was coming up around this?
Yeah.
Did you
So
experience?
so yeah.
Okay.
So y'all know D Slim, right?
Right. The
So
homie,
me and D
yeah.
Slim grew up. He was a couple blocks over.
Oh,
So
damn.
I was spending. I played. My first year of football was playing for Inglewood. So
Okay.
I used to spend the night
Salute to
at their
D
house,
Slim,
and
the homie.
I was closer with his cousin Ronnie. That
Okay, I don't.
I think Ronnie from Swan too, but back then he wasn't. But I'm saying I think
Okay.
he fast forward. But
Okay.
I've been knowing him, Boot Man, all them from LA.
Right.
And I came and then I ran into him again in the Van Nuys apartments.
That's crazy.
Right?
Damn.
Ain't that crazy? But
Yes,
at
it
that
is.
time, DJ
So,
rest in peace.
in general, you knew D Slim before all of us. For real, though. That's crazy.
Here, right, right.
Damn. Stone, you don't
So
know D Slim. That's why you look like that.
I know who he is. I know who
Okay.
he
That's
is.
the homie, though.
And
That's
his sister is she goes with my relative in Phoenix.
okay.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
So
Okay.
the world is small.
It's
So
small, right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Man.
we know of each other.
Crazy, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
My auntie was the first one of us, our batch, to leave LA. She moved on Desmond on the west side.
Okay.
Bought a
Okay.
house, Calvin McGregor, lived right across the street from Junior. Y'all know Junior?
Little short ass junior.
No,
Brickneck?
they call Junior. Junior from Pacoima.
Junior Brickneck?
No, not Brickneck. He
Different.
older. He older than me.
Oh,
Oh,
Junior. Junior Ford. No.
So y'all know Jeff Armstead, right?
Yeah, y'all know Jeff.
So Jeff was at one point was married to Metri. You remember Metri? That's Junior. All right. Anyway, so on that block was y'all know Aaron McLaughlin.
Yeah. Yeah.
They lived on the corner. My auntie was in the middle of that block. Junior was across the street, desking in there. So anyway, so my auntie talked my mom and my auntie are like they're a year apart. My auntie moved out to Pacoima. She was trying to get us out of LA.
Okay.
So about my older brothers, Tony went Monroe. Sonny ended up going to Fernando. My
See,
sister
I didn't
went to
know Tony was
Monroe.
your brother. I only knew Sonny was your brother. I never knew Tony was your brother. I only knew Sonny.
Tony and Sonny a year apart. Sonny the
Man,
oldest.
I only knew it was Sonny, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah,
Till
they
we
they
got
only a year
older.
apart. Tony went to Monroe. Sonny went to Fernando. Sonny was in the streets more. Tony
DT, I
what?
remember when you came. I remember when you first came out here. I kind of remember that because I remember when you first because it was you was hanging with Johnny Carter and Antoine. All y'all the same age, right?
Yeah, that Johnny, my
See,
best friend for
oh,
30 since we was 9.
see. So I
Yeah,
remember when they came through. Yeah, all y'all was in the sports.
yep,
All of them was in the sports. We and a lot of
yep.
us older homies made sure you motherfuckers stayed
Ma-
in the sports. We wouldn't
Hey,
let y'all do
listen,
none of that shit.
that's one
Real
thing
talk.
I would say. I love you, Diesel, rest in peace, Boo Black, Robbie, because them niggas was all close to my brother, Sonny.
Right,
So,
right.
back then in the 90s, them niggas was in the game together. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
was
they
getting money,
was
whatever they was
five
doing,
tens
right?
and everything. Hell
You already
yeah.
know. Willie Chandler. So
Yes, sir.
back then, when I first started coming to the Van Nuys, they would call me Lil Son. I was Lil Son. I wasn't DT. Wasn't no DT back then. It was DT. I don't know how
Right.
DT happened, but I really don't. But it was Lil Son. Lil Son. And I remember them niggas. You know how Boo was. Boo would fire on you. Get up out of here. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
hey,
Like,
hey, right, real quick. Give them hey, we got a story coming up on Boo. So everybody
I,
always talk
I
about Boo
love
Black.
Boo.
Give one of
Yep.
your stories on one of Boo Black's stories, what you had to go through coming up with Boo.
We'll be just walking in the Van Nuys. Walking. We going wherever we going to go get a honey bun from the Arco. Right.
Right.
We walk by Boo. Boo just hit you. Not he ain't trying to knock you out or nothing, but he'll tap you on your jaw or something. And I know Boo used to always tell me, "Go get your brother," but he was close with my brother. Go get your
Right.
brother, right? And then you get to high school. I remember I think it was Robbie. I don't know if it's Boo or Robbie, but we end up wrestling in the grass because now in high school I ain't accepting that no more. Nigga, you ain't gonna tap me in my jaw. Not we wasn't fighting for real, but you know what I'm saying. But
Nah, so let me explain. So for everybody that's listening, tuning in, Boo Black is one of the homies that made sure that everybody, even me, everybody, your hands had to be nice coming up
love
around us. You better make
no
sure you had
question.
hands. So
No
that's real
question.
shit.
No,
Everybody can say that. So
yeah, that's a real.
so that's
Me and Johnny laugh about that to this day. Me and Johnny are
everybody.
talking. Johnny be like, "Man, Boo was crazy," but Boo in Atlanta, like I didn't mess with Boo when when I go to I be going my wife from Atlanta, so I go out there,
Right.
right? But no, that's real. Like
Yeah.
I love Boo. Like I love Robbie, Boo, whatever. Boo, Diesel, obviously we all love Diesel. You know what I mean?
Come on.
But them I was a little son back then. But anyway, so that's how I ended up. I played baseball before football. When I moved there, it was baseball season, so I started playing baseball at PY. What's the park right there? By the dam.
On the
Um,
street. That's Sunny Slope.
PYAF. What is it?
Okay, that's the one that I can't think of the name. The one right across the street where we go play when we played our little softball and our baseball
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I can't think. Is that Sunny Slope? No, where's Sunny
Sunny
Slope at? I'm
Slope.
not sure.
No, that's Sunny Slope, ain't it? Yeah, that's
I
Sunny
That's
think
Slope.
Sunny
so.
Slope, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah, that's Sunny
okay.
Slope. That's
Damn.
where I
And
met Johnny. That's where me and Johnny. That's when me and Johnny met at 9,
okay,
10 years old. Johnny, what? I was 9. Johnny was 10. Like, and Johnny, JC. That's my best friend. That's my brother. I'm closer to him than anybody in this world today.
okay.
You know what I
Damn.
mean? Today, that's my
Salute to
nigga.
JC, Mr.
Yeah,
Johnny Carter. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Solid as they come. Now,
All them niggas was running backs, man.
man, you
All on
already
offense.
know.
They
And
were all on
Johnny
the
and Don,
offensive
baby,
side.
we was in that Van Nuys apartment. I remember his grandmama, rest in peace, love her to death. Our, boy, we come in that house, we 10 years, 11 years old. It's 1 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yes,
We
sir.
outside. My mama
Yes,
had
sir.
no clue what I was doing, but she knew. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But
Indeed.
so anyway, man. So that's the history, right? So to say like with my son, man, my son's 16. So um to that experience, I don't regret. I embrace that experience because that experience made me who I am today. So I'm able to identify with all different facets of young people. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
My son ain't got no hard background, but I know when I meet a kid that got that, I know how to deal with him. You know what I
Indeed.
mean? Because it's really nothing you can tell me. Um, I can't say I've experienced every single thing, but it's nothing you can tell me that I haven't seen personally,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that I know personally with the dudes I deal with over the years because I got great friendships with people that maybe went a different route than me. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
That
Yes, sir.
when they was going through that route, I still was their friend. Like, you know, I love them. That's their struggle. I love them. I would rather, and then when they ready to come on this side, I'm if I'm plugged in, I'm plugging them in. You know what I mean?
So
And that's how I've always been, bro. That's it.
so now, why do you think, or what was missing that Pacoima never had no black representation though? What do you
Uh,
think? Why did we not? Because we had all the businesses, we had businesses and everything in Pacoima at one time. Why did
definitely.
we never go to the next level of having representation? And do you think that that's the reason that we were able to be pretty much replaced in our own neighborhood?
To a degree, they 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 empowered everything but us. But hold on, let me get back in the car. They empowered everything but us, but they took to me. Well, I don't like to say people take stuff from me because I don't subscribe to that mentality. I'm just gonna be real. Like I don't subscribe to that mentality. I'm not a dude that
Nah, I
wants
feel you.
somebody
I
to.
feel you.
I'm gonna go get it. You know what I mean? And nobody. I believe in this game is set up the way it's set up. Hold on. Did I leave? Hold on. Let me see the message.
No, you still here? You
All right.
talking?
All right.
Go ahead.
So I feel like this game is set up the way it is, right? So where we fuck up at is how we play it, right?
Yeah.
We think
Yeah.
it's gonna change and all of a sudden they gonna look out for us. That ain't how it's gonna go. You know what I mean? We gotta look out for us. You know what I mean? And and then hold each other accountable when we not doing what we supposed to do. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
hey. Yeah. Speaking of holding them accountable, Stone, you talking about them boys that did that to that lady?
Oh my
Bet.
gosh.
Yeah, they
Y'all
gotta be
see
held
that?
accountable.
Did y'all see that in Chicago, man? Was that
Yeah, that
not
was crazy, right?
okay? Real quick, before we switch the subject, I just wanna y'all see my background? We live right
You
now.
switched
Y'all
it.
see the background? That's gonna be right there by the boys club, the Duncan multi-purpose room, the turkey giveaway. We giving away turkeys. We need our people to show up. We need
Yes,
our
sir.
people to show up. It's right there in Pacoima. It's local. Get there. Get there. Three. It start at 3:30. Get there at 3. Make sure you get yours first. There's gonna be 100, 150, 200 turkeys they giving away.
So
That's
please
what's up.
get there.
Make sure you get there.
Take advantage. Take advantage.
Take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? That way, next year they know we there. So uh,
Absolutely.
they know when we don't show up, when we don't show up, they feel like it ain't there's nobody there that cares, so they just overlook us. If we show up, that lets them know for the next year it may be 500 turkeys. This year we got, I believe, close to 200, 150 to 200. Next year maybe 500. So make sure you get out there. Uh,
Man. Yeah.
shout out to Eugene. Y'all know Goldfish. Eugene, good looking. We trying to pump it. So now back to the man. I was embarrassed, bro, to see some young kids follow a woman and her two
Yes.
children down the street and
Yes.
jump on her like that.
I felt the same as you. It should be embarrassing.
I was embarrassed.
Nobody that is a part of that, your kid, my kid, whoever kid, I don't know what I would do to my kid if he participated in that because I I would imagine I want my kid to be a leader. Like we not following nothing that don't lead to you gonna follow something off the cliff.
Not
Them
a
other kids followed whoever that the kid that initiated, right? They followed them off the cliff, right? So all of y'all are complicit. So um yeah, that was terrible, man. That was terrible. And the lady was what, sickle cell or something, I think.
yeah, sickle cell.
Yeah,
She
that was terrible, bro.
walking her kids home from school
Yeah,
in a black neighborhood. You a black woman in a black neighborhood,
that was terrible.
and kids just had no respect at all for an adult.
But
That right there alone, my mom, I don't think my mom saw me like there's no way I could have disrespected an adult like that.
no way, man.
No
No,
training, bro. Is it no training or they don't just give a shit?
no,
Was
it's both.
it comes from
It's
the
both.
okay.
But they don't give a shit because of the no training.
Where is
You
the
get what I'm saying?
disconnect? Where is the disconnect, man, with between and that's another man, that's another thing that why I love being a part of this solid 100 thing, man.
Okay.
That's black men from the community
Yeah.
trying to you know trying to lead again, man. We trying to lead. We got to
We
lead again,
have to.
man. We got to take the responsibility to lead again.
We
And
have to.
that right there, that hurt my feelings, man. That hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna
We
lie.
we we have to, but we got work to do because
It's
we ain't,
really it's people out there
yeah,
that need leadership, huh?
yeah. Got work to do
No,
because we ain't
for
did that.
real.
We ain't did what we was. Some of us, we know, we may have not did what we supposed to do. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second.
Hey. That comes with like the work I do, bro. I'm out there right now in the community. So like I say, when I see my biggest problem is the younger generation, my dude. It's like they got a chip on their shoulder. They mad, you know. And every time I see any brother, first thing I do, homeboy, I give him the salute, man. I tell him I'm right here with him, just like that. And if I don't get that same response, I'm gonna let you go and be at peace, my brother, because I'm not trying to bring none of that negative energy around this inner circle that we got going. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's real, bro.
That's just
And
what it is, bro.
that gotta be the new thing, man. We gotta understand. We gotta understand that old way of thinking has to be done away with, where everybody who's black that's your
It's not your enemy.
that's your op, that's your enemy. I seen the dude on and they keep showing it. It keep coming up too, where dude was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not looking for no Mexicans. I'm not looking for no white boys. I'm looking for any nigga could get it."
Us.
Saying, and I was like, "Wow,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
this,
sickness,
Or-
dog.
that's a real
That's a
sickness.
sickness.
Cause you'll never see no other
And,
race say no shit like that. I really don't believe
that's a real
there's
sickness,
no
bro.
other race that's really hunting their own people the way we are, especially when your race is we on the low end of every statistical category. We're looked at.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's no way we should be
There's no
continuing.
way. There's no reason to feel.
So
And we do.
and
It's. Go ahead, son. My bad. Go ahead.
my bad, but check this out, man. I gotta say this, man. And y'all might know what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna get specific because y'all know what I'm talking about. So look, we've had discussions, and people are saying, they're feeling the difference. They're feeling the difference, and they want to do things differently. But at the same time, if you want people to see you differently, you gotta also keep the option open that maybe that other people that you used to function with may be feeling differently as well. So you can't take an issue from the past, especially if it wasn't something that was, for me, I always quote E40. If nobody got killed, nobody's bitch got fucked.
Let that
It's not
shit
an
go.
issue. Let it go. It's a frivolous beef. It's not worth no money. So it's a lot of
Hey, the meaning, hey, I don't
it's a
mean to
lot of
cut,
shit
and it's
that
really,
people don't know to that they gotta be able to let go for themselves, not even for that person. Yeah, you might fuck that dude up, but it's for your betterment. It's for your betterment and the person you trying to be. You gotta let certain shit go.
You have to.
we are what we got, bro. We're all what we got right now, man. And we falling off, we dying, and now and then what you saying, that negative energy, bro, it's just terrible. And everybody, us right now as a race, man, we need each other bad as a motherfucker right now, homie. So all this putting us down and
Real talk.
saying that bullshit, man. Like I'll just give you your distance, my brother. But I come in peace. So the next man is trying to. I respect that. We just come in peace. If you don't want, we ain't gotta talk. We ain't gotta talk. But like you say, if I ain't fucked your broad, you ain't fucked mine. I ain't shot you, ain't shot me. Let
That,
it go, man. We too fucking old.
let me
Cause
tell
then
you
the
what.
youngsters see this shit and then they gonna want to do that dumb shit. You feel what I'm
See,
saying?
that's what a lot of us are not accountable for. The influence, right? So normal people, right? Normal situations, just say we can have conflict. I don't like so and so. That's cool. I don't live with him. You know what I mean? I ain't seeking him out, right?
Right.
I don't like him. And then if we happen to be in the same environment, we ain't got to speak.
We ain't gotta speak.
We got to go to war because I don't like you for whatever reason. I don't like how you walk. Maybe you actually did something to me, but actually, if it ain't what y'all saying, right? Something you
Right.
violate, then why do I need? It's nothing.
It's nothing.
But
See?
but we've died overstepping on a nigga's shoes, right?
Man. Yes, yes,
Just for
yes,
real.
So,
yes.
For
so I
real.
always say, and respectfully, like I say, from the culture we come from, y'all, whoever game bang, nigga, I'm still from the same culture. You know what I mean? I still grew up in that same bubble. Period. No matter how I moved in it, that's where I'm from, right? So,
Regardless we family, man. That's just how we raise. That's how we treat each other as
so I don't look
family,
at,
bro.
I
Fuck
don't.
that.
Some of my best friends did other stuff. You know what I mean? That I'm close to, that I look at as brothers, straight up. Like, trust them, pick up my kid from school. You know what I
Come
mean?
on.
So, I, you know, so what I'm saying is, you can't play it both ways
Mm.
because the youth and the youth don't have to be a 12-year-old. The youth can be a 19-year-old,
A
Come
19.
on, bro.
right? You big so
For
and so.
real.
You big so and so, right? So if you working and you building your career and you bought your first house or whatever you've done, taking care of your family. If you doing all these things, but you still feel like you got to be this guy that you was at 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever, right? So what does that tell the guy that's 23 right now? That's little so,
Man.
right?
Yeah, real deal.
You've made it. You've made it to the 42 years old. Just say, for instance, right? He might be 22. Ain't no guarantee. We all know ain't no guarantee he gonna make it to the to the 42, right? And
Facts.
if, if you straggling the fence, he think he can straggle the fence, right? You may have made it through. He may get caught up in that straggling the
He
fence.
gonna get caught up.
You know what I mean? So we gotta be like, this is. It's no shame in who you was growing up and what you done, whatever you repented, whatever. But we gotta be more prouder of who we are today.
Who you are today. You
And
can't
be
still
proud
be
about
proving
that.
something. You in
Yeah.
your 50s. Who are you
Be
proving shit to? Who you
be
gonna
as proud
prove
about
something?
that as you are about who you used to be. Be loud
Now,
about you taking care of your family. You welcoming your kids coming to the house, your wife, whatever your situation is, right? You promoting that work, you getting new trade, you doing be loud about that because they need to hear that and be okay
Me.
with that.
look, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Come hanging out with us, brother.
This nigga just
Nah,
told me
Shit.
he
DT,
was going to sleep.
DT did some grimy shit. He didn't even tell me, and I looked at the
Look,
text.
he told me his wife said he had to go to bed.
Yeah.
I said, we gotta let him go to sleep.
What's up,
Hey
No,
man?
you know what
man.
I'm saying? So we gotta all of us, man, we gotta be we ain't no we the reality is we ain't really that much different. Somebody went
Right, right,
somebody went a little bit right, found their way
right.
back right. You know what I mean? So
Oh, there they go.
but we gotta stand on where we are today and what we're trying to accomplish today and the man we are today. And it's important that the people, because if somebody got a name from wherever they from, right? They got a name.
Uh-huh.
Every reason they got a name for it, right? So if that name means something different, it meant something. It meant this in '93, right? But in
Right,
2022, it means this. So
right,
we gotta we gotta publicize what it means in 2023, and don't feel no obligation to right. If I took something from my community, my obligation is to give something back, right? If we feel that when we go to sleep, right? If I feel like, you know what, I was treacherous in the '90s or '89 through '95, right? And I
right,
feel to fuck, I may have led 20 people down the wrong path. Just say, right? I don't know, 2 people, 3, 2, 4, whatever the number is. I want to help 40 go the other way, right? And the only way to do that, these kids gonna look at your example. Your example is what you do day to day when they see you, right? What you talking
indeed.
about? They see you. If when they see you, it's the same shit. Why would they transition to something else? You still here, right? You live over here now. Maybe you with your family, your wife, whatever you're doing. Everybody from where they from. I understand that part of it. You know what I mean? But it got to be a transition, bro, and we got to wear that transition. And people, we got to be proud about that transition. And we got to stand on this the same way people stand on the table about their affiliation. Stand on it. We got to stand on the table about what we not no more. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
What cost so many people that you love, I love, they lives and got
Man.
never maybe potentially home, and they got kids out here. You know what I mean? Like that's the motivation for me. Is I never game bang for, but for me, I know how to balance it. I know I had I know so many that did. I got so much love for so many that did. I
Right.
take lessons and apply it to when I'm talking to a kid that I know a kid that's on that bubble, right? I have many kids that have been on that. I know they ready to go left and go in that world. Look,
Yes,
bro,
sir.
this is what that world is. I'm telling you, because of the people I know and the people I got love for and the people that maybe, you know, that we all know that just coming home from 20 something or maybe still in there that I love like my own nephew. Like, you know what I mean? Tone Bone. Like, that's Johnny nephew. That's my nephew. Nigga, Trisha Ann, you know,
Yeah,
family to me. You
yeah.
know, so I talk, you know, man, I can say a lot, but y'all get where I'm coming from.
Hey,
Like,
Yes, sir.
shout out to the boy Lick tapping in, man. Lick always tap in
what?
with us, man.
I ain't seen that boy in a minute. What's up with you?
Hey, he on the chat. He chatting, man. He giving y'all love. He sending love to Leaf and DT, man.
He ain't fast no more though. I know that.
Hey, that boy used to run kicks back though, man. That
Boy,
dude
Hey, that's
hey,
my
started.
favorite. That's my favorite player, man.
man, I love him. That for
Yeah,
real.
lick my favorite player, man. He know it. He know what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's real. Where y'all was at? What y'all was talking about?
Man,
Niggas,
just
yeah. Go ahead, Doc.
basically, man, we was just on, at being leaders and leading by example and being able to, if you really own some new shit in your mind, you got to be able to let a lot of old shit go and let them people be on their new shit too.
Mm-hmm. Real
If you
talk.
still carrying a grudge with a dude over something, and like I said, I always use the E40 example. If you ain't fuck my girl or killed nobody, ain't nobody got killed, and you ain't fuck my bitch, how E40 would say, it ain't nothing to be beefing over. You
Hey,
got
Believe
Stone, change your
I think
background. Go get that other background, Stone. The
Leaf,
Thanksgiving one.
it's
I
not
think me and
letting
Leaf
me, man. Say while recording, I can't do it, but we
Mm.
figure it out. You can
me and
keep
Leaf
do it.
we had a little quick conversation about somebody you like or don't like. Like it don't matter. I ain't gotta be at war with you if we don't like each other. For whatever reason. I dated your ex, you dated my ex, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I ain't gotta be at war with you. I don't
You know,
care.
it's like sitting here talking about it or just listening to you say it. It sounds simple, but that's a actually very mature society, right? You got to think, man. Most ignorant
That's
stuff take place over mediocre stuff, bro. You know,
absolutely.
if you're not a purpose, if you're not a person in society moving out of purpose, most of the shit you do is based out of pleasure or simple stuff, right? So if those are all those things those people have to hang on to, I think because we've got to a place of elevation or see things differently, we have to also understand that a very large part of society is not there, and we kind of got to have be the beacons of light in a sense. Because when you step out there and say I'm going to do it, I'm going to lead, you got to understand that you can still lose. Like we got to understand that. You know, everybody's not moving at this rate, and on top of that, we have to know the direction in which the country is going, and the influence now is so in the media, man. It's like out of the communities. It's people nowadays are being influenced by stuff on the East Coast, the West Coast, or overseas that they will never see, bro. But they make it feel as if it's right here. And what that does is that dull down our voices. You know, we're not as visible as these people. They online. You know,
Purpose.
they watching somebody else's podcast tonight with 1 million people, and they don't know any of those people on the podcast, and the people are talking about cultural things that don't even affect where we are regionally. So we dealing with a black thing, we dealing with a regional thing, we dealing with a generational thing, we dealing with a gender thing. It's like, boy, nigga getting jumped from every angle out of here. You know what I mean? But what Kendrick say, you got to squabble up. It's like a trout swimming upstream, man.
No, that's real.
Man,
It's a difficult thing. It's a really difficult thing. So, you know, if we gonna sign up for this thing and do it, we can't be juvenile about it, and we can't think that stuff's just gonna change like that. But you got to keep on what Trig be saying. You got to just keep hiking, or when he be up there hiking, you got to just keep moving. Ain't that what they say when you hike? Just keep moving, and I think we need to celebrate loud. Collectively, we need to celebrate loud. We have too many people who are willing to celebrate individually, but when you celebrate loud collectively, then you see all the people that play a role in you know in what it is that we trying to accomplish. Oh, shout out to y'all too for the what y'all doing over there at the multi-purpose center. Yeah,
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate that, man.
yeah. That's, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. I was talking to DT earlier, and he was hating. I'm like, man, you gotta let people bubble sometimes, bro. Get that hate out your heart.
Hey,
He's like,
DT,
they out here giving out turkeys and shit.
Hey, one more thing too, Lee. Look
Hold
at the
on.
thing behind me. Hey, have they broke that down to you too about that?
So I can't really see your whole screen. All I see is the hands. Like I only
Oh
see,
wow.
I can't even see DT face, so I can't see the whole screen.
That's
I
that
don't know
solid
about
100.
I'm gonna put. We gonna put you in that, Leaf. You need to be in that. Real talk.
Hey,
On the
Leaf
real.
You always trying to add me to shit after people bring it up. You're a hater, bro.
because I gotta build you up. I gotta get you ready.
hey,
You know,
y'all.
like start the car, I gotta prime you up.
Motherfucker push starting me up.
I gotta say this, man, because I know some of y'all saw me in a pilgrim outfit on that commercial.
Okay,
I
go
did
ahead.
not approve of that image.
Who made the flyer?
Oh, shout out to the boy Sonny Lanes on the flyer though,
Real
man.
talk.
It was fly.
Nice flyer though.
But look, I passed that out before I seen the end.
Put it in.
We gotta get
my reel. I edited on my reel. I edited that part out. Bone put it out there and got me in the pilgrim outfit. I don't support pilgrims. Let's get that straight.
We got to get him in a Niner jersey though.
That ain't gonna never happen. So don't trip. And right now, I'm gonna say it right now too. That double jeopardy y'all doing with that picture, and y'all know what I'm talking about. That's fucked up. Trey, you did that shit. So I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna die. I didn't even say the team, Stone. You didn't have to do that shit. Okay. So, but either way it goes. Die hard Rams all day long, and everybody knows this shit. So we're gonna leave that alone. Let's turn. So you know what I'm saying? So fuck that.
You need that Rams hat there, nigga. You need that blue one. Yeah, that Rams.
Hey, so look, I'm gonna add you to the chat, Leaf. We got a sports chat going on too, man. That we be clowning. It's pretty. We got We put you in the. I put you in the chat, Leaf. So be ready. We got a sports chat, so you damn near know everybody in there. It's all fun and laughter. So that's just what it is. Come rep your team too, you guys. So I'm trying to get everybody out there from out the neighborhood, huh?
I don't have a team, man. I'm a fair weather fan, bro.
Hey,
Once I got out of college,
you can still come in there and talk your shit, cause see, we talking about
coming there because y'all need somebody to impress, bro. His ego is out of control, man. I'm there.
Hey, it's about 5 or 6 or 7 49ers in there anyway.
Niners is in there.
They in there deep too.
It's bad. It's horrible.
Leaf went to potty, so he don't understand.
Here we go with this bullshit.
But for real though, but
Lick say y'all might win the Super Bowl. Bone, what you think, man?
Lick know that. You know that's what I'm saying. Oh, here we go. So I'm gonna say it now. All I need for us, all we need to do is have y'all put hands on them Eagles,
I
and
like
we
that
beat the
part, man.
Buccaneers, and we're gonna have that number one seed in the NFC, buddy. That's what we
Yeah.
shooting for right now.
I
You know
like
what I'm
the first
saying?
part of your
And I'm
plan.
gonna say this too
The rest
on
of it,
record.
shit,
My rivals is the 49ers. Everybody know this. If they stay healthy, they got a squad, but they always come up with that bullshit.
We
If
hurt.
we was this, we playing a varsity and all this. Who gives a shit? It's all about, and you guys are the most healthiest motherfuckers on earth. You, Trig, and all you guys. Why can't your goddamn team stay as healthy as y'all? What the fuck? Won't y'all
Well,
play
they
for them
need some help
motherfuckers?
right now.
Hey,
And they might do
I
something.
I know
Straight
this
I
up.
off
see.
topic. I know
ICU
this
for
is off.
life is banging Niner.
Who?
ICU for life is banging Niner on us.
Oh, whatever, whoever that cat is. And I ain't even gonna do that about your team, bro. We're gonna stay here because you got one right here. But anyway, go next thing. We ain't
Hey,
gonna do that right
I
now.
didn't want to. I ain't gonna go off subject, but real fast. Did y'all see that stuff that happened in Chicago? Or did y'all already talk about that?
That's
Yeah,
Man,
what we
we
was talking
we
about when you
just
came
talking.
in. So
Yeah.
we can go back on that subject for
are you as
real.
embarrassed as
I
I
don't even
am?
know how y'all off of it. That's like a whole hour conversation.
It's
Like,
embarrassing.
Let's
Man,
go.
It's,
are
bro,
you as
did y'all see
embarrassed
the
as I
responses
am?
of the parents?
I only saw one. The one lady
She
that
was
was talking.
deplorable. She was
Yeah.
deplorable, bro.
Well, we know what's gonna happen to her
150%. I
kid.
see why a kid act like that for sure. And I'm blaming the parents. I blame the parents 150%. Kids don't
Definitely.
just act like that, bro. That's stuff they've saw. That's stuff they've witnessed. That stuff that's been embraced. That showed bad boundaries. That showed no accountability. Those parents are failures.
Have any of the parents spoke up since that happened? Have any of those children
I
parents
only
been
saw one.
found?
I'm not sure, but I only saw one. The one
Yeah,
female.
one lady spoke and she should have probably stayed quiet. It was terrible, bro.
Wow.
What's
She thought
Terrible.
she was saying
what
something.
did she say? Like,
Yeah,
how do you?
oh, my kid, and she talking like her community, meaning her brothers, are like, ain't nothing gonna happen to my. She was on that, like she halfway apologized, but really didn't apologize. You know,
It's
See,
like she was
that's
asking, or she wasn't asking for forgiveness. She was demanding the forgiveness. She tried to edify her daughter, talking about what grades she getting, what she doing in school. Bro, this ain't about your daughter. Y'all need to have enough ethics or integrity to apologize to these people genuinely. Okay, it was a
just apologize.
disingenuous apology. She more so trying to protect the image of her daughter, but I'm saying
And
arrested parents,
herself.
homie. That's what I believe. And black people need to be saying arrested parents because we keep trying to absolve these people of those type of behaviors and like, oh, they just kids, they not just kids. That is a culture, homie. Period.
the oh,
Yeah.
that's a deep point. Lick say Chicago is a state where the underworld does not know how to code switch. Ooh.
Yeah. Our code, but our codes, when it comes to stuff like that, should
Hi,
have.
little mama.
What's up, little mama?
Today.
What she say?
What you take?
I'm getting told today.
You getting cold today?
Getting tall.
Paul,
Oh, tall, tall, tall. All right.
Yeah.
You gonna be taller than
man.
this, I'm sure.
See, that's the sad part because if them was a bunch of white kids that did that, our whole community would be yelling, be screaming bloody murder. That is the definition of domestic terrorism. They terrorize. Imagine them kids.
Definitely.
Them kids is gonna always remember that. As they're walking home, they're gonna remember that they got dead like that with their mama
Hmm.
in a black neighborhood
Crazy, right?
where they should feel protected, bro. That's terrorism. That's called terrorism, bro.
Ain't no
I
code
can't
switch
walk
to
my
require.
kids to and from school.
Yeah. What's the code switch? It should be no code. That's a terrible code to have to switch from, right? It
Nah,
should be a code
he's
switch.
saying, I don't know if y'all watched our last show with that let me know. Hey, Lick be checking us out. My dude, my dude. Our last show where we had Marcus Jones on, we had
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I
brought
know.
up, we brought up the he said he was talking about when he's in corporate America, how he has the code switch. And code
Yeah,
switch is just like the lady called it my mama paying bills voice.
yeah.
Where you gotta kind of, when you talking to white people with something, you kind of switch it up. It's the code switch. So he's saying in Chicago, they just ghetto full time. They're never switching from that. And they basically just saying they don't have no respect for nothing and nobody. Cause them kids didn't have no respect for nothing and
But
no.
I mean, I think Chicago get a lot of heat. That's any ghetto in America, man. All you gotta do is look at the numbers. I don't get caught up in the sensationalism of it. When you look at the numbers, those things are going on around the United States, man. We live in Los Angeles. Do you understand the underworld of Los Angeles and the stuff that takes place? It's just a veneer. This is one of the most dangerous places to be in the United States of America. And you gotta look at the populace. What's happened is the problem is it's become so much of a culture. Those kids thought they was gonna do it and can get away with it. That's the danger in it. They didn't see anything wrong in what they did.
They
They
thought it
didn't
would be.
see anything. They didn't see anything wrong in what they did. And what's crazy is this. I think the black people standing up though. The black community standing up because everybody is on their neck.
Yeah,
Everybody pressing issue on them, and they
yeah.
like it's just deplorable, man. That
Reply.
you ain't got to worry. What they say, you never destroy from an outside entity. It's always gonna be from within. And that's
Mhm.
with anything. And we're watching it corrode. And all this stuff stem from family structure, children not having both parents, poverty, all this stuff stem from that, bro. That what you saw, and I'm not sure if y'all aware of the stuff that happened out in Simi Valley with the white kids jumping the black dude.
Up the black dude.
Yep, I heard of
So
that
kill
one
this.
too.
This is
Yeah.
and when you look at a situation like that, this is what happens when you just go by the rigidity of the law. So they said it was a hate crime, right? Did y'all see what happened? So
Yeah.
dude was saying nigga, 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 right?
Right.
Right.
But he wasn't saying nigga like that. Dude think he a crip.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, cuz get that nigga. They calling it a hate crime, but that dude think he's a part of a culture. He think
Yeah.
he part of the street culture. I
Wow.
listened to the whole thing, bro.
So
That's
the white boy was saying, "Get that
the
nigga."
white boy think he a crip, man.
That's some real shit, though.
But you
My phone
ready?
might die.
It be like that.
But that's on
Don't
him. He
think
gonna have
that
to ride
too.
it out.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was code switching. He was code switching and thinks that's black. He think he's imitating black people. This is
Well,
how
he
they get
imitating
in.
that part of what. See, the thing is, that's the most representative, popular thing of what they call black culture. That's not black culture though. That's gang culture. That's street culture. And I'm like, where'd y'all come up with this? Is the representation of what black culture is. That ain't
It's a
black
part.
culture is me inviting strangers over my house to eat. That I don't know. That's black
Yeah.
culture. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That they're talking about street culture, but our people, the only people that they want to celebrate the underbelly of what and who we are. They don't want to celebrate the brilliance and the excellence. They want to just keep showing you all the degenerate stuff because that's what they make money on. They
Yep.
they can't make
Yeah.
money on positivity. It ain't no
Nope.
controversy, bro. So they're going to exploit people who are probably over ambitious to make money that they don't have, and those are your new coons, bro. Those are
Nonsense.
your new coons.
You can monetize nonsense.
So
Yeah.
I like that. That's the way we got to start speaking on
Yeah.
people that disrespect the culture in that way. Y'all the new coons. Y'all the
Period. Period.
Well,
y'all
they are.
y'all disrespecting the culture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The new coons.
You're
Okay.
not
Well, let me ask you
representing.
this. I'll ask you a question. What do you call a white supremacist? What is a white supremacist? Not by definition, but by behavior. What does a white supremacist want, and what is a white supremacist willing to do?
A white
Yeah,
supremacist
What's his agenda?
wants his culture to be supreme.
right?
So
and everybody
them
else is
dudes are
doing.
helping that. Yeah, they're helping that.
Mhm.
So white supremacy is about the extinction of anything else, not competitiveness, not equality. It's about getting rid of these people, right? So think about
Domination,
a white supremacist talking with a white supremacist tongue, but your people that look like you carrying out the orders.
right? They not about being fair. They
Damn.
about dominant. You know what I mean?
They
So
got soldiers
Oof.
working for them that don't even know they on their team.
Wow.
Them no coons. Huh.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't want to be so derogatory and saying it because I
Wow.
don't
I'm
want to have
sorry.
a divisive tongue, but that's the reality of it, man. That's the
Nah.
reality of it,
That
right?
was very embarrassing to watch.
That was embarrassing,
I was
heartbreaking, everything.
I was horrified. Like I was actually sitting there like I stopped watching it. That's why I didn't even know that the other kids
So you can
mom
see.
spoke out. Like I couldn't believe it. I was told I'm still like wow. Like
I'm gonna put the candle out.
Or go get it.
it was
Yeah,
really
no, it was embarrassing, bro.
that serious.
That was an L we took. That was a collective L that we took. It made no sense. And I'm not sure why people just glaze over this stuff, and it's a big deal. You know what I mean?
I don't wanna put the candle out.
So so now yeah, man. Yeah, that hurt my soul. I felt that in my soul. I remember watching that. I didn't want no more. I was like, I don't even want to watch this no more. Like
I mean, but you
I
think
watched it
about. Let
one
me ask you
time.
something. Let me ask you something. Think about all the cats out here wearing the little what's some ski masks they wear. What they call them? You know how they got the ski masks on? What they call them?
What do they call the ski
You
What's
know,
mask?
like all the people are wearing the little young dudes wearing the ski masks and just for no reason,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's part of that culture, right? The oh I got the blicky, that's part of that culture. That part I got the switch, that's part of that culture, right? So we can't be celebratory and critical of the same thing, right? The whole entire rap game is all about that now, bro. It's just all about nothing but negativity. So that's the most influential thing to with these young people. They're literally mimicking these things. So you got to criticize it all. We got to criticize it all. But the bad thing is sometimes we're participants in it because we listen to it not with the same ear of a young person. We like the beat sound good, but they sound dumb. But the young person is listening to a word for word, like, yeah, this is. I'm like, no, bro, that's not what it is. Um, you know,
Yeah,
it-
that was too much, man. But then you got you got the cats that you got the cats that's they're black, but everything they speak on is the negativity of blacks. Like they promote they're more critical of blacks than white people are. They criticize blacks even more. So and that's who I mean they're coons too though, right?
well, they're gonna give them a mic. Remember, those people are carrying out the agendas of the people, so they're gonna have a bigger mic, a bigger platform, a bigger stage, right? Because regardless of how they look, it's even more detrimental to get a black person to say something that's derogatory about a black person because they're gonna say, see, they think about it. So even when we having conversations or being critical, we got to be extremely mindful in how we word things
Yes,
and the tone that we word things in. But we speaking from a place of love and
yes,
not indignation, right? So
right.
we want to make sure that we wise in what we doing and we saying, hey, we can do better, right? Because I see the genius and the brilliance
that
in my
part?
folks. I'm
Man,
not just talking about the behavior, I'm talking about a mindset. But I'm not out here to, because the fact of the matter is, homie, when you riding with the squad, you got to remember that movie South Central? And,
yes.
and
Yeah.
remember, he said, man, that dude, the bass said, he said, homie, it's an OG call. I'm keeping him. He from the set. He got to ride. You got to take them all, homie. You got to take the transgenders, the homosexuals, the degenerates. When you ride with the squad, you got to take them all, bro. That's just how the game
Yeah.
works. And if you gotta block somebody out, you block who you gotta block out. But for the most part, you gotta have we gotta have a space as black people to where we got a place for reconciliation. There gotta be a place for forgiveness. It has to be a place for grace because it's just so deep. You're not gonna get over all this stuff without just saying, you know what, I gotta just forgive it and bypass it. That's
That's
it.
hey, that was our and that's the conversation you came in on earlier. That's exactly what I was trying to say, man. And you see it like I've mentioned it before, man. I love my mob movies. I probably seen all of them. And the one thing, like on The Godfather, you heard Clemenza say, we gotta have a war every few years. It gets all the bad blood out. Them dudes go to war, but then they are able to sit down and get back to business because they know that the war compromises the business. Why is it that we have been in a perpetual war for going on for over 40 years?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because nobody is interfering with those people. Everybody's in our business. See, black people are in a position where the door is always wide open to where we let other people come in our house and tell us how to run our community. When you look at those mob movies, why are they so powerful? Because they operate out of secrecy and privacy. Nobody knows what they do. When you look at the Asians don't allow other people to come in and influence their culture. When you look at black people, you got a little Italy, you got a little Ethiopia, you got all these little things. You can't have a little black town because the way the United States is set up, when they talk about that 3/5 of a human being, what they're saying is you have no nation of origin, therefore you don't have no jurisdiction over how things work. But people thought when they said 3/5 of a human being, they're thinking from a physical standpoint, and that shit was about structure. We have no nation of origin. Therefore, we're a fraction of a people in a world that in the United States of America in which we can't control certain things, bro. Our media is controlled by who? We look at UPN and all these things that was going good for black folk. Whenever we come together to work collectively, we doing it on their platform. Who platform are we talking about right now?
That's us.
So we here talking about some black
Yeah.
positive shit on a platform that we don't own. They just like, man, if we ever get 1 million followers, they gonna take all our followers.
Hmm.
They gonna be like, oh man, just get them out of here, right? Because media and influence is the number one currency on the face of the planet. Remember that. That's why rich people want to be in a position of influence and power. Has nothing to do with money. Now, I mean, you do gotta have money to be powerful, but because you have money, don't make you powerful. Because we have a lot of black people that got money and they don't have power. They just have money, bro. So the
Right.
more that we work collectively, the more that we work in secrecy, the more that we have our own codes, the more that we speak to each other with a forgiving tongue. Hold on, baby. The more we speak to each other with a forgiving tongue and with a tongue of dignity, respect, honor, ethics, and love, the more powerful we are. The more I can celebrate for somebody who used to be my opposition, but now they my teammate, the further we go. Right? We can't be so competitive to where it becomes malice, man.
But look,
That's an issue.
and look, it's the structure, like you say, the structure of the system. We talked about it earlier. The structure is capitalism, which is an individual structure, which is why you have individuals who you like you say, they get rich. It's structured for individuals to get rich, but when those rich individuals start thinking communal and thinking about their community, now those people get took down.
We have funerals.
Exactly.
Remember, whoever paid you the money control. That's how this game works. I think it's obvious, man. Right. I think black people are some of the most brilliant people to walk the face of the planet. And I'm not speaking of their IQ score. I don't care about their standardized tests on telling us what's brilliant. I know people that got high IQs and can barely cross the fucking street if the light ain't green. Right. We're not looking at that like from a rigid standpoint. We're looking at brilliant people who know how to make things work and can't explain it. That's brilliant to me. You know how to make something work efficiently and you can't explain it. You get what I'm saying? But the illustration and the demonstration is so great. The people just know what you're doing. They know what you want, right? So when you look at the big picture of all this, man, I think we got to strive to be excellent. For one, we have to understand what education is and information, leverage it at the highest level, and make sure that we're not the only beneficiary of it. You got to stop thinking from this isolated, it's only me in the room. You should want to be in a room full of great people, man. You should want to be in a room full of the strongest people in the gym. You should want to be in a room in the classroom of the wisest men that walk the face of the earth. We need to know what education and we need to know the difference in what wisdom is. Wisdom comes with time. You don't just be a wise man. You have to earn that wisdom. You got to go through something for it, man. So I think we get there, though. I think we get there, but I think for myself, one of the craziest, wildest things that I never like when black people say is when something go wrong, they be when something go wrong, if we have a beef or a problem with, "Oh, that's why I don't mess with niggas." I'm like, so this one thing can make you say that's why I don't mess with niggas, but they didn't enslaved you, beat you, stole from you, and all that, and you still celebrate them. You still celebrate them, right? You still look up to them. You still talk about their money. And
Man,
this is not about being racist because
I'm not
I
ready
am a
at
capitalist,
all.
homie. I am a capitalist, you know what I'm saying? But don't judge me based on how I get my money. Judge me on how I employ it. Judge me on what I do to leverage it. You know,
Mhm.
that's what you going. That's how men tell you I is.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not mad at anybody for understanding the system and using it to their advantage, which means making their money. You gotta do that. But once you do that, you can't give up you can't give up your identity or
Your autonomy. Yeah.
your yeah, you can't give up your connection to your culture and what you and start looking at your culture as like, oh, that's just ignorant, or they'll never get it. I got it, but they'll never do it, so I'm just gonna worry about me. Or they're beyond being helped, so I'm just gonna focus on me. You can't do that. It's not fair.
Well, you don't ever want to get to a place where you lose a social connection, economic connection, and a cultural connection with your people,
There you
right?
go.
You
Exactly.
don't ever want to get there. If you get there, you already lost because you thinking you can win something individually. There is no power in individualism. There's only a power in team, and within that team, there's a power in people being self-sufficient and being interdependent. There is no power in being an independent individual. All you showing me is we could jump you. That's all an independent individual is, right? You're operating opposite of something so you can stand out. How about you work collectively with somebody in the interdependent space to where you can stand in and be great? You ain't got to sell out. Buy in. We a squad over here, right? That means sometimes when you lose, you still win because we won as a team. You know, we play sports, man. And the beautiful thing about sports is you could have had the worst game of your life and we still won the game. You still walked off that field a victor. And then there's games you had some of the biggest games you ever had, right? And you lost by 20 points. So I ask you, who do you want to be?
Mm.
Mm.
A lot of
Damn.
people want to take their individual accolades over team championships, right? I'd rather be the New England Patriots. I don't want to be Stephon Diggs. I don't want to be any of them players. I want to be the team that's going to keep winning because I'm always going to be associated with victory. You may not remember me down the line because my individual endeavors were not as significant, but you'll never forget the team that I played on.
Right.
I don't
Right.
want to be Antonio
For
Brown.
real.
I don't
Nah,
want to be these guys,
nah.
right? It's no disrespect to them, but I'm saying collectively, we got to start understanding, man. Man, we got some real wise people. Have you ever just sit back and even like on Facebook and you
All
look at the different type of people, how they articulate themselves and things they say? And yeah, you have a level of ignorance too, but I don't think because a man is ignorant in some capacity, he's not brilliant in another capacity. You know, we have to be patient with one another. And we got to stop letting people like propagate our shit, man, and tell us what we saying. I don't need you to interpret what I said. I told you what I said. I knew what I said. I don't need you to break it down to me. I'm the one said it, right? Well,
man.
this is what you mean. No, that's not what I meant. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Period.
We have to
Yes, baby.
we have to understand, like you said,
Yeah, go get Brooklyn for me.
we gotta understand that we are part of a culture, that we are part of a community. we have to figure out our national identity, and we have to set rules and standards that are for us, that are internal to who we are, and that's what will what makes us us. Every other culture has rules and they have a background where it's solid, and where that's what makes them who they are. We don't seem to have
Well, we don't have that,
an
but we
identity.
don't have that, and that's the way this thing was set up, bro. You don't have no other group of people that you got the internal battles that you have with their women and their men. You have no other demographic of people where the woman believes that she's over her man. You have no other demographic where the man has to negotiate with his woman. Those things were all socially engineered and put in our place. So now if you have an internal battle, they ain't got to worry about on the outside because the inside gonna be destroyed. So it don't matter, right?
Yeah.
You have a who came up with the word I'm independent? Nobody says that. This is not a knock on black women, but nobody says it but the black woman. The
Mm.
black dude has heard it so much now he wants to respond, and now there's a problem. Nobody has been belittled in the face of America the way the black man has been belittled from a father standpoint, from an economic standpoint, from a street standpoint, whatever it is. We are exploited at every single level, bro.
Mm.
We don't have no control of our social identity. We have a terrible ethnic image. We are in a place economically that's damn near impoverished across the board. We're in a competitive place when we should be in a creative, collaborative space. Bro, we are a fucking flesh eating disease.
Hey, what Chris call it? The HIV, the hood infected virus.
This is just the
Yeah.
reality of it. But you know the beautiful thing about it? We can change it overnight. It can be changed that fast. Right?
We need rules though that we don't break, that we all can, like, if there was a consensus that in every black neighborhood, as a black man you get it passed. Like, I don't I don't rob. Even the Crips, man, the Crips had a constitution. They had rules back in when it first started. What happened to those?
Because well, the Crips had
Do they
rules,
still live by them rules?
but who was more powerful than the Crips and the Bloods? The Black Panthers. But they was able to destroy a well-organized machine in the Black Panthers, but they allowed the Crips and Bloods to flourish. Then they put things within the structure of the institution of the Crips and Bloods that destroyed even what they started out with. You know, the drugs and all that. Once you start putting the money in and the greed, it became something different. It took on a different. Back in the day when it started, they was just they was fighting, man.
So if you not a Crip that follows the Crip Constitution, are you a real Crip? Because
Nobody follows nothing out here. This is like the
wouldn't
Wild
being
Wild West.
defined by those rules, wouldn't being defined by those rules make you what that is though? Like, if I say I'm an American, but I don't follow the American Constitution, that don't make sense.
Well, let
Like,
me tell you this.
you
The
can't.
older dudes are not the dudes out here doing this stuff no more. It's young people. And young
Right.
people don't live by the same rules that we live by. I heard a dude online the other day. So he said, so what if the dude gun or snitch? Like, it's not even a code on that.
There's
We're
no
in a different
code.
world.
There's no code, and
We're in
that's
a world to where girls can be whores, dudes can snitch. They can be like this is I'm not saying that to belittle nobody. This is just
nah.
where we're
It's
at, bro.
real. Girls
This is
can
where
be
we at.
boys. Like, boys can be girls. Like, it's the world. There ain't no rules to nothing, bro.
Yeah. Facts. And
That's
you
what,
And
ready?
they
A
taking
lot of
advantage
people agree
of
with
it
it.
like a motherfucker.
A
They're
lot of
taking
people agree with
advantage
it.
of it. They're not playing.
A lot of people
bro.
agree with it, man.
The world is watching us live in this world without no rules, bro. We
And
have
you know what's
no
code.
code, no
They did a
code,
study. You know what
no
the study
honor.
said? Black people are the most influential group of people in the world.
Ooh.
But you know what's crazy? They only show people the underbelly of the black people.
The underbelly.
They just show them the worst stuff. And I'm like, that's not us. That's just a small fraction of people that y'all allow to propagate, and y'all promote them, and y'all give them this loud microphone, and they think they bigger in life. That's not the average black person. Even with street stuff, even coming up when y'all in the streets, you had a couple wild dudes from your neighborhood, and you have some money boys. It could be 100 dudes from a gang, but within that gang, everybody got their little cliques of, because you got them dudes in wild ones. You got your money boys. You got the dudes that part football
Yeah.
player, part gay. You know what I'm saying? So they just blanketed and they painted this brush of this is who these people are, and that's not who we are. We entrepreneurs, we fathers. We work together. We're athletes. We all these things, man. We all these things, but
I
they
feel
gonna
you.
they gonna get the most ignorant dude to mic all the time, man.
I feel you, Lick. Don't know. The only rule that seems to be cared about today is who's snitching. That's the only rule that get brought up.
But they don't care about that
Yeah.
because ain't no consequence to it.
But there ain't even no consequence to that. Like
It
there's
don't matter.
nothing.
Ain't no consequence to
There
it,
ain't even
bro.
no consequence to it.
There's no consequence. Period. It's actually a
Even if the
celebratory
proof
thing
is
to me.
there, but they don't want
You
to
know.
hear it.
I guess all we can do is all we can do, and all we can do is work together better. You know what I'm saying? And have a respect for each other and the admiration, and make sure we acknowledge each other, shake hands, and find something we can all contribute to.
There has to be some type of standard and some type of code that we as black men can instill for the next generation. Whether
Let's look
it
at it even on a
be back,
smaller scale. Let's look at it on a smaller. Look at the city of Pacoima. There's no remnants of nothing in Pacoima that's African American. Nothing.
I got you.
Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing. When they talk about Pacoima, they reminiscing and talking about what it used to be because it's not that no more.
Mm.
Nothing was uphill. Nothing was taken to the next generation. There is no legacy. Now somebody else gonna tell you a story. The Pacoima, and this is not a
Yeah.
knock on no Hispanic or nothing. That's not what I'm about. The
Just last
Pacoima
week.
Christmas parade is like Cinco de Mayo parade.
Wow. Nah, just last week at the Solid 100 meeting, I made that point, and somebody was like, "Yeah, it's Pacoima's like it's a figment of our imagination now.
Set.
It's what it used to be. We think about what it used to be.
Yep. But you know why it is what it is? Because the people that made it like that didn't know they made it like that. They don't know they contributed to the downfall of it. They pointing their fingers.
But
It's the
like, hey,
facts,
you
man.
know what?
That's why
I
we here.
brought I
That's why
brought
we here
this
to
up
try to
too.
clean. We're here to clean this shit up.
I brought this up earlier, Leaf. What you think, man? Why even when Pacoima was 80-90% black, why did we not have a congressman or congresswoman who was black? Why has Pacoima never had a black congressman or congresswoman, even when it was 80-90% black? Why
I
why
mean,
we
nobody ran. Nobody ran. Where the city assemblyman at? Somebody got to run. And somebody got to want to be in position, bro. You need them politicians. You
They
need
didn't
those.
want it. Somebody didn't
You
want.
need those
So what that
assemblymen.
mean? They didn't want it.
that
Well,
made
obviously,
our infrastructure was weak. And the people who have replaced us in Pacoima, they have a political representative, and that makes their infrastructure that much stronger, and they're not
maybe
going to
because
be
they have a
replaced.
political desire. Maybe because they have a political desire. Remember, you're gonna fight this. Put it this way: you know how no Pacoima went from being a community to not a community. You got to have these components to be a community. You need to be able to educate your own people. You need to be able to protect your people. You need to be able to feed your people. There ain't no grocery stores, ain't no medical institutions,
No black
ain't
grocery
no schools, and ain't nobody giving no food. Right? So the thing is, when you look at the big picture of it all, it's rules to this shit, man. And ain't nobody following the rules. But I'll tell you this though, been a lot of lowriders come through there, right? It's been a lot of those individual performers have some great people come through there. But the thing is, they leave and they roll, and wherever they invest, because I know the people have become successful leaving there. My thing is, you could have been just as successful here, contributing to something that was here, but they didn't have nothing to give back to that belonged to us. Because everything was accomplished from an individual standpoint. That's it. All they have left of performing now is some old rundown churches with a level of legacy,
Mm.
right? It's not even no drug addict black people in performing no more. It's nothing black about performing, right? You don't even get to see the people hanging out the bus stop no more. The people ain't even out no more. It's nothing there. When you drive through it, it's nothing to remind you of, man, this is what I used to do here. Nobody looks like you anymore, right? So
Yeah. It's when I
I
go on the
don't know.
line, I feel you. Shit. Man,
Yeah,
this
look at
shit
all that.
is different.
It's
On
totally
the
different.
real.
So who destroyed it?
Mm.
Who destroyed it?
It was internal. It was internal.
Yeah.
It was internal. But
Pacoima is nothing but a microcosm of a macrocosm of what black people do.
man, like I say, yeah, this
He shut that shit down.
it done went.
Yeah.
It done got so
Cool.
like just it like I don't know. I guess it was in people in Chicago. But look, hey, let's get some more better in. Look, Stone and Bone, the Friday after Thanksgiving, we doing a live. I need everybody to tap in. We gonna do a live. We going live from the concert where they doing a tribute to D'Angelo at the Sunset Room. Shout out to
Thanksgiving holiday get down.
this Thanksgiving holiday get down. I gotta you gonna see the flyer. I'm gonna post the flyer. Um, Shout out to Kevin Rouse, Solid 100. We going live the Friday after Thanksgiving. I need everybody to tap in with us, man. Concert gonna be fly. It's a band called Big. They from out of the IE, and I hear they nice. So we gonna have a good time with that, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in with us. I don't know what happened to Leaf or DT. I just was trying to do a quick commercial
But
break.
hey, we
But
we
yeah,
we, we hung out for almost we
yeah,
hung out for a
yeah,
while tonight. You
yeah,
feel me?
we had an
And
hour
you know,
37. We had an hour 37, man. We got some cats tapping in on the stream. Shout out to Sherm 308. Thanks for tapping
hey,
in.
we trying to get to that. Hey, let them know, Storm. We trying to. We had five, some. We trying to get to
We about
1,000, man.
five, we had five about 5:15, y'all. Hey, let your people
So you
know.
gonna hit this?
Let your people know we got that real authentic Pacoima stuff coming for y'all, man. We appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. Um, this the conversation tonight, man. It just I think that talking about that Chicago story just took us to where it just got it was just sad, man. It's just sad, man. Thinking about the state,
Got to do better, Storm.
thinking
Do
about
they want to do better? We
the
just
our
got to do
people,
better.
man. I rule hard, man. I'm a diehard for my people, bro. You know, when I put that fist tattoo on my back, that's the only tattoo I got. I got a fist on my back for y'all that don't know. I go hard. I root hard for my people, man. I want my people. I want my people to compete with everybody. I don't hate nobody, but when it comes to competing, I'm with my people, baby. I'm rooting hard for us. And to see them people jump on that black lady like that in a black neighborhood, the kids, that hurt my heart. I ain't gonna lie, that hurt. But I still believe in my people. I still believe we got the potential to do so much, and we proven that we could do so much. Everything, even Trump himself said it. Everything has already been made in America. Guess who is doing the making though? There's not many things you can name that a black person didn't put their hands on. But that's not what's promoted. That's not what's promoted. They promote the bull, us jumping on each other. They promote us terrorizing our own people in our own neighborhoods.
Us gotta stop doing that shit, man. It's like us don't give a fuck no more. Us ain't giving a shit, and us can be the most dominant if us got together. If us would just let some of that just sit down and talk, bro.
Hey, you
It's
know and
it,
I
it's
know
deep, man.
it's
We are
deep.
worst enemy,
It's
brother.
deep.
It's, that's just fucked up. We
Me
are
and
worst
Bone have
enemy.
actually had a conversation with a credible, known person from Pacoima, a real live Pacoima dude who brought up that it should be a pass for blacks in the valley. All over this valley, a black man should be able to roam without having no problems. My OVG bros, West End, Wissage.
That's what he said.
Let's think about that. Dead ends, that 3-pack.
Hello?
We've been discussing. It's been a discussion. We need some real
And
reputables. We need some real live reputables to discuss this. We should be able, as men, to come together and find a place where this valley, you ain't got no problems with no blacks in the valley. Like not with other blacks. This is something we could start right here that may flow over the hill and all the way shit to the East Coast, New York and all that shit. If we started, who knows where it might go. The Black Panthers started some shit right there in Berkeley, California, right up north. That shit spread all over the world. Who knows?
but is they willing, man? Stone.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm talking
But
about.
it's deep, right? That's deep. That's deep.
That's
That's
all I'm
deep. It's gonna
saying,
take a
bro.
lot.
We had a conversation. It's cats.
We gotta pay our
It's cats that's thinking this way. It got
around the table.
it
Real
could be
talk.
rules. It's rules and regulations that need to be discussed that we need to get back to because no woman walking her kids to or from school should get jumped on like that by the same people
Our
in
own people.
their own community, bro. That's mm-mm-mm.
That's real, man.
Real shit.
Lick, man.
It's deep. I
Especially down
see
here, man. You know.
Lick said it. We need to
It's a
learn how
lot
to
we
get
want to
all
say,
the
but you
A18
can't say
violence
some shit, boy.
under one tribe. I feel you, Lick. All the A18 under one tribe, bro. We need to figure it out. It's bigger than red and blue at this point. It's bigger than red and blue at this point. To me, it always. I mean, like I say,
And I'm on for real. It
I
really
got
is
one.
about that. It is bigger than that.
This is what's on my back.
And see if everybody, every time you see another black man, can you give him that one and see if he give it back to you.
We need to learn how to
Just
do
like
that.
that, bro.
That's sad, bro.
Salute that brother that's working. Salute that brother, man. That's what it's about.
So that's what we promoting on Stone and Bone, man. That old time unity. Everybody gets a pass. All the black men should get a pass in the black neighborhood. That's how we feel about it. I said it at the Solid 100 too. So
It's
this
up to
ain't.
our youth, bro. It's up to our youth. It's up to our youth, though, too. The youth got to hear that. But it really starts from us older cats. You know what I'm saying?
Us, but we
Reach
gotta.
out, bro.
You know what I'm
Reach
saying?
out, y'all. Let's reach out. Let's try to
Tap
do
in.
something. It's about
Tap in.
changing our community. It's about our communities all over. The blue and red, they say mean green. We can get it together.
You know what I'm saying? The money, everything, all that. Because that's what'll fuel our community. But we gotta change the narrative, man. It's about that time. That was sad, bro. That was sad. So again, with that, I think it's we 145. Hey, shout out to Leaf, shout out to DT for coming through. My dude Lick, ICU, Sherm, everybody that tapped in on the on the on the on the text, on the
Stone and Bone.
Stone and Bone. Make sure y'all make it over there to the Duncan Multi-Purpose Room in Pacoima on Monday. Make sure you make it out there in Lancaster. I gotta post that. I'm gonna be posting that flyer as well. Boy Eugene, um, gonna have a meal Tuesday for everybody in Lancaster. Should be huge, big, huge event. I will post the address. Friday, Stone and Bone gonna be at the Sunset Room in Hollywood. We're gonna be live streaming that tribute to D'Angelo. Um, we got some big things coming up, man. All soon, coming up soon. Big things coming up for y'all, man. So stay tuned.
A lot of interviews, too. We got them lined up. We ain't forgot about y'all. We just lining it up.
Hey, man. Hey. Stone and Bone not
Got some
stopping,
good shit
y'all.
coming up.
Stone and Bone not stopping, y'all.
We're
Oh
almost up
yeah.
to a year, too.
Hey,
But it'll be a year. Tell them it'll be a year.
our year
September.
coming up. We're trying to plan something big for the year coming up. Y'all tap in if y'all like these sweatshirts. Tap in. It's all we doing some big things, y'all. So with that, boom. Another hell of a show, man.
Appreciate it. Salute to everybody tapping in.
Salute to everybody
Comment,
tapping in. Kevin Rouse, Chris
like,
Whiskey,
and
Gary,
subscribe.
all my dudes at Solid 100, Doc. All right, y'all. We out.